In the ideal world, everything has to be okay, but then it can never. And why? Because we are rigid. Like, you tell someone something that's going to help them, you'll be like, man, whatever you're holding on to is not serving you. Go do something else, but then they can't see. That's why the scriptures be like, man, the only thing that people are suffering from, like, my people are suffering because they can't see, like their eyes are closed, and it's okay. But then for some of us, it hurts. You see people that are happy, but then others are not happy. You're like, what happened? Why is it this way? And people don't care. That's the sad truth. People don't care. Okay, some people care. Like, okay, me, I care. In one way or the other, I care. That's why I'm able to come and speak about these things, because I want all of us to be happy. You look at nature, you look at animals, you look at all the beautiful things that you can see, you look at the waters, you look at the lakes, you look at the beaches, and you're like, wow, the way the master, the way the source, the way God, the way the universe designed itself, because we don't know probably who's behind all of them, behind who's behind all these crops. You just plant something there, you water it, and it grows. Like, we don't even know that that's already magic. Then you say there is no magic. Magic is in seeing someone speak and you're like, wow. Magic is in seeing someone paint and you're like, wow. Magic is in someone just looking and you're like, wow. People that are beautiful and you're like, wow. People that have this rawness. You look at babies and you're like, wow, that's magic. You think magic is some conceived? That's already magic. I want you to get into that world where you're mesmerized by everything. You're mesmerized by gray hair. Someone who has been a baby, they grow up and they become old people. What kind of wisdom is that? Like, what kind of world is that? Then that's when you appreciate the universe, you appreciate God, and you practice gratitude. Be like, man, God, thank you for giving me the eyes to see these things. Thank you for giving me whatever I have. Thank you for giving me the wisdom that I'm able to see. I'm able to appreciate your beauty. And once you appreciate the beauty of God, you appreciate what God has created, you can never go wrong. Because the scriptures also tell us that once those who are grateful always be added more. Like, once you start appreciating those little things, appreciating the rain, appreciating the sun. I know sometimes it can shine and be like, oh, this heat, but then you appreciate that because there are people that are living in winter. Like, once you get that mindset whereby everything is just mesmerizing, everything is just good, everything is nice, I promise you, life will get better. God created all these things, but then he told us that, man, you're the ruler of everything. Imagine the beauty that you're seeing, the animals, whatever. Man, you, me, I'm the ruler. Like, I'm the king of God's kingdom, and God's kingdom is whatever you can see. I'm like, even the stars, I have control over them. Even the moon, I have control over them, because I'm the ruler. I was put there to govern, to rule with God. Like, we are heirs of the kingdom, so we are the kings that are going to take care. We are taking care of these people. And then you see someone who is so rigid, someone who is so selfish, and like, all these things are free. Imagine the air that we are breathing. That, like, someone tells you, if you close your nose for some time, you won't breathe, and God gave it you for free. Like, imagine. I want you to look at these things with eyes that are different. Imagine living that bliss. Imagine the day you realize that even the oil, the things that we are fighting for, God gave them to us, and we are the rulers of the world. That's why people be like, they have no control. I'm like, I know, because you're blind, because you don't know that everything is under your control, because you know that what you speak gets back to you, because you don't know that if you can speak something that's nice, it's going to get back to you. If you can speak prosperity, if you can preach love, preach peace, preach whatever, you can never live a life of struggle. You can never live a life of scarcity. You can't. Like, you can't. That I know. You can't. It's just a matter of time which doesn't exist. So trust in the divine timing. So this is something that I know. And because we are kings over the kingdom then, and we don't know that's why we are lost. That's why we are bitter. That's why, because we don't know our power. So my goal is that all of us can heal from probably whatever we were indoctrinated in. That's my ideal goal. That's why I started this, so that we can heal from whatever, and we live purposeful lives. We live happy lives, happy and fulfilled lives. I know it's an ideal thing that can't happen, but it can happen for some people. It takes one person to start something, be like, man, I'm ready to go on the journey and become the highest version of myself, and become happy, and become what I want to become, and I become what God created me here to be. And what did God create you here to be? God created you to be the king over his kingdom. We are the smartest. We are smarter than animals. We are smarter than plants. We are smarter than the stars. We are smarter than everything. We are smarter than the dead. Because we are here now, we can see things that the dead couldn't see, though we are representing the dead because we come from the dead. You get what I'm saying? And that's the divine thing, that's the divine way, that's the divine thinking. If we could get that kind of thing, everything would be bliss. But then, well, that you understand that it can't be that way. But then we hope and pray that one person like this can change. The same way, probably you change and the vibration increases, you spread more light, so light will take over, and probably the dark will be there, but then also we need the dark so that we can compare and contrast. So it's okay. Just hope to be like, okay, you're among the awake, you're among the happy, you're among, let's say people are working for heaven because they want to be among the among the other people that are going to heaven. You know, there are not many, it's only 144,000 people. It's okay, but then you can work towards that, and you get what I'm saying? Because those are all things that probably were put, but people, we can work towards that. If it's not you, then your kids, at least your kids, to be in heaven, to live in that bliss, that state of, you get what I'm saying? And that's what we're here to do, to rule with God, like in God's kingdom, because whatever is happening, that's God's kingdom, and we are the rulers, like we are the heirs of all that. So if we are powerful and we're supposed to rule with God, like to help God, that's why you find means of how you're going to add to society, how you're going to help others, how you're going to benefit someone, how you're going to bless someone. And it's not so much, it's just just smiling. Even if you're angry, okay, go work on yourself and become better, and then become the ruler that you were created to be, because we are created to be rulers of the animals, of the stars, of everything, because we are the kings. That's why when you look at the angels, probably there is that story of the angels in heaven. That's Lucifer. Lucifer was one of God's favorite angels, but then when God created like man, us, Lucifer was told to bow. All the angels were told to bow to man, and Lucifer refused. You'd be like, okay, this person who has just been made from soil, whatever, why am I bowing to them? But then God was like, no, these are my creatures that I love most, and I want them to rule over you. That's why we have angels. But then you're the one. We have angels or guardian spirits or whatever, but you're the one that makes the decision. So they are there, but then it's you. So you rule over them. They'll tell you something nice or tell you something bad. So it's up to you to discern, to be like, okay, is this good? Is this bad? So what you pass on is what you've picked. You get what I'm saying? And that's it. So when Lucifer was like, I can't bow to these people, and he was just out of heaven, because we are God's greatest people. Like even the angels bow over us. Even the angels, we are actually, angels are our servants, because God put them there to guide human beings. You get what I'm saying? You see how powerful we are? Imagine angels are working for you, but you don't know that. Wow. Peace.